Okay, so job profiles. What was what? What do the job profiles do? What are the job profiles to job profiles give you? Under the characteristics of the job, right? We've filled up all the information about that particular job, like the responsibilities, the job description, the qualifications needed, the skills needed, the experience needed, right in that particular job profile, and that is where we define it in absolute detail. Okay. Now there may be different job profiles in the organization. So then they will end up creating a lot of job profiles, isn't it? A lot of job profile even for the same kind of role. Let's say, for the HR department there may be one HR generalist, one HR manager, one HR supervisor, one recruitment specialist, one recruiting supervisor, and so on. One compensation partner, one benefits partner. There can be so many different people in the HR department itself. So how do we distinguish between the roles and responsibilities on each and every person, and how do we create specialized job profiles for that? Right. So that is what we will cover, but then we also see that there will be a lot of different job profiles that would be created. Isn't it? So again, how do we group them together? How do we organize them together? Right. So we will group them into something called as a job family. Right. We will group the job profiles into something called as job family. Now let's say you have. Let me take an example here. Okay, let me pull up my notepad. Let's create some job profiles, okay? So let's say a SAP HCM consultant. Okay, SAP Finance Consultant. SAP Materials Consultant. Alright, and then you have an Oracle HCM Consultant. Consultant, Oracle Finance Consultant, and you have an Oracle Middleware Consultant. Okay, or maybe we're on Oracle Admin, okay, and then you have a Workday HCM Consultant. You have a Workday Finance Consultant. And you have a Workday, let's say, Integrations Consultant. Alright. So these are the 6, 7, 4, 3, 10 different job profiles that we have created. Okay, in this organization, large organization, they are having all these different kinds of technology. So they're looking for people with these skills now. In each of these job profiles, the details have been mentioned. That okay in SAP HCM Consultant. We need 5 years of SAP consulting experience, management experience is necessary. SAP HCM certification is as desired, and so on. So they have put that all those details here. Now, how can we group these job profiles? How can we logically group these job profiles? Or one way of grouping can be based on the, let's say, ERP, right, or this can be one way of grouping. So like all the SAPs can be in one, right, so we will say SAP jobs right on the SAP jobs. We will put all the SAP different job profiles that we have, right. Similarly, we will have one for Oracle jobs. And we will have. We might have one for Workday jobs. Right. So this is a very good way of grouping. Isn't it? Why? Because let's say. Let me try to do it this way. Oops. I knew this would happen. Okay, let me put it here. So now, why is this important? Because maybe in the recruitment team you have specialized recruiters who are good with these kind of job, roles, and responsibility. I mean this kind of ERPs. So maybe you have some specialized recruiters only for Oracle type of jobs, right? So if you group them together, if you group all these different job profiles together, then that team may look into these particular job profiles, right? Any other way of grouping them? Maybe based on the functions, right? Yeah, it's from the farm. Maybe based on the functions, or let's say from speciality. Okay, just putting something or not functions. Let's say functionality or speciality, right, so we can say. Alright, so all the HCM jobs are together. Okay, so in HCM jobs we create a different job family. This is a job family, okay. So this is a job family. And we are putting all the HCM jobs like HCM consultant will be part of this particular job family, and then Oracle HCM consultant. Okay, and work. The HCM consultant. All these can be grouped together because these jobs might require some similar kind of skill set. Although the ERP is different, but let's say the underlying functional knowledge is more or less the same, right? Just a tool is different, so we can maybe group them based on the functionality. Okay, HCM jobs are together. Then your finance jobs are together, integration and middleware jobs are together, and maybe admin job is different. Okay. So this is something that we can use to group them. Now. We have. I have not mentioned any location for these job profiles. Okay, but maybe we can also group them based on the location, like India jobs in one place. Bangalore jobs one place. Right, US jobs. We will create a broad US jobs job family. And then from there we will say, okay, New York jobs and California jobs and Texas jobs, and so on. Right. So we are just grouping these job profiles into some logical families. So a job family is a grouping of job profiles. Okay, and remember that one job profile, can belong to one or more job families. Right, it can be. It can belong to more than one job families, depends on how you want to group them together. Now we need to group them together. That, would be organized in that way that we will send them this job groups. Our job family is based on maybe the technology or functionality, or maybe the location, etc. That can be one, or when we do our compensation. We would also see that we might have to give some special allowance to a group of job profiles, like, let's say that. Okay, the Workday jobs are quite hot, or I mean it's difficult to find people and work the jobs right now. So what we will do? We will give a special allowance to our existing Workday consultants. So all Workday consultants in our organization will get a special allowance, okay? So how do we identify all Workday consultants? How do we identify all the Workday consultants based on the job profile, right, based on their job profile? We will identify all the Workday consultants. So if we group them together into a job family called Workday jobs, then we can give that special allowance to our Workday consultants, right? So I don't have to individually go into each and every worker and give them the allowance. I will just group them together based on the job family. Okay, so a job family is a grouping of job profiles. Okay, and one job profiles can belong to one or more job families. Right. Similarly, a job family group is a collection of job families. Many job families can be grouped together into a job family. Now, the only difference in this relationship is one job family can belong to only one job family group. Okay, one job family can belong to only one job family group. This is different than what we have the relationship between job profile and job family, where one job profile may belong to multiple job families.